Do y'all know those couples who are always on again, off again, kind of stuck in that toxic relationship cycle where they're completely done and you believe they're done? And I kind of think they believe they're done too. For the most part, they're just constantly breaking up and getting back together, and their behaviors are very dramatic and very toxic. In these relationships, you're going to see some patterns of disrespect, including, you know, lying, cheating, emotional verbal abuse, a lot of manipulation, controlling behaviors. It doesn't have to have all of these, but are always going to be components in these dramatic relationships. Fighting style, the way you fight with your partner, is one of the biggest predictors of how long you're going to last. Like if you have a really toxic relationship communication, if somebody's always being dramatic and the other person is afraid to talk, because it gets unpredictable. You have that walking on eggshells feeling. Those are all really bad signs of patterns in a relationship that are changeable. They are changeable, but not unless we recognize them, not unless we acknowledge them. Self-awareness, as I always say, is the key to all of this. If you have a lot of stress in your relationship, you guys, I'm not saying relationships are easy, because they're not. They involve compromise. They involve a lot. You're with this person all the time, and you're going to get on each other's nerves. You're going to get in some arguments. That is normal. But if you have constant stress, if you're in a relationship that's harder than being single, what are you doing? Like, that is toxic. You should not have constant stress. Your partner should feel like your best friend, not your enemy. A lot of us are with people who are, not uplifters. And when something good happens to you, if your partner is jealous or envious or puts you down, they don't want to see you succeed. You guys, that is not love. That is not, you're not with a person who knows how to love. To be quite honest, they might think they love you. They might say they love you, but when you love someone, you want to lift them up. You want to see them succeed, and you should be with your best friend. We all deserve to be in a relationship with our best friend. So if you have a lot of stress, once again, that is not a good indicator. If you feel like you're walking on eggshells around somebody, like they have unpredictable behavior, or it makes you just kind of want to avoid conflict altogether. So you actually get to the point where you're afraid to speak up because the person's reactions in the past have made you just want to avoid the conflict altogether. So you stop even speaking up for yourself, and you almost can lose your identity in these relationships. You really can, to where you don't even know who you are anymore because you just quit speaking up. You quit standing up for yourself. That is very toxic. That's a toxic relationship. Like I said, lack of support. You should be with your best friend, not your enemy. And you guys, I'm going to start having some group workshops on toxic relationships. It's actually going to be my first subject, because a lot of people don't realize that relationships are a huge addiction. Like, it's huge. I always talk about alcohol and other types of addictions, but toxic relationships, people actually get addicted to that cycle that I just talked about, the vicious cycle. You get addicted to drama. It actually does release chemicals in your brain, the same ones that alcohol and drugs do. So this is a serious issue, and that is why people find it hard to leave. That is why you hear them, "I'm done. I'm never going back." And the next thing you know, they're back. They might try to even have a relationship in between with a nice, healthy person, and they're bored. Why are they bored when they're with a nice, healthy person? Because they got addicted to the drama of the toxic relationship. So this is a real thing, and I am going to start doing some group sessions. They're not ready to go yet, but it's going to be amazing. And I really hope some of you guys who, either if you know someone who's in this type of relationship and you're on the receiving end of it, and you keep supporting them, you guys, that's not good for you either. You need to start standing up for yourself instead of being the enabler, because think about it. They're affecting you and your energy. That's actually bringing you right into their toxic, and then you can get addicted to their drama. It's really crazy. So I want you to be aware of that. I want to help people on both ends. So if you either know somebody who's in this relationship and it's affecting your life negatively, it could be, you could be a mom and it could be your daughter or or your son, and they're the ones in this toxic relationship, and you care about them so much and you keep pulling them out and they keep getting right back in the same situation. That's not healthy for you either. Or it could just be a friend. You could have a best friend who's on this roller coaster ride and they drag you right along with them. And that's really unhealthy for you as well. So both sides of it, and whether you're in the toxic relationship or you know someone who's in a toxic relationship, this is what these workshops are going to be about. And they're going to be extremely affordable. And, just go ahead and DM me if you're interested, because I'm building the groups as I speak. And I would love to get a head count to see how many people are interested and how big my classes should be. So there are going to be workshops on toxic relationships. It's going to be the first subject. It's going to be $29 per person, and they're going to be live 1-hour workshops on Zoom. They'll probably go over a little bit, for anyone who wants to stay longer. I usually am never able to talk less than an hour, but go ahead and shoot me a DM, or you can comment below if you don't mind, or just message me privately. If you are interested, just let me know you're in, and I will write down your name to make sure you know about when our first live Zoom session will begin. So that is my big announcement for today. And really think about this. If it's something you're interested in, let me know. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day.